Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dropping Into the Warzone with me, Warzone Dad. Here we go today, dropping into a solos match. I'm going to pit myself against 100 other Warzone players and see who comes out as the BR champion. If you like the content that you see here today, drop a like and a subscribe. I would really much appreciate the help. Today we're dropping over to Military Base. There's a series of 4 secret caches that you can grab for a quick, easy loadout. It's a preferred method that I like to do to get the game going on. We head towards that. There's a bit of a long fly that goes on here, and I'll check my surroundings and see what's going on. We got one guy flying into the right. He's landing in a building down there. And otherwise, I think we're alone. Yep, looks pretty quiet. So we're fast forwarding here. I'm gonna grab all of my stuff, and I'll come back when we've got a loadout. And just like that, you've got 17 grand and can get basically everything that you need to have a successful Warzone game. I throw out my loadout, grab a UAV. If you're low on plates, you can grab a plate box as well, and you're ready to hit the road. I threw out an extra portable buy just because another one popped up in one of those caches. And we'll check the scenery. This game I'm running my Bass B, one of my favorite weapons so far in the game, and as a secondary I'm running my Lockwood 680, which is probably not the easiest, but probably the most fun secondary that I like to use. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna grab a portable buy as well. If you notice, I marked. We've got one guy in the building, which is our poor fellow who flew in there at the beginning of the game. I can see in the UAV that there's no one around, so I do take a pretty risky push, and I just run straight for it with reckless abandon. Listen here for a second, but otherwise I'm gonna make my way directly to this one guy. As we come in here, I'm gonna take advantage of my radar, and I can see he's one level above me. I assume he's not on the roof. He doesn't seem like that kind of a person, so he's probably up in this second floor with it locked down. Come in to take a closer look, and I don't know if it's my aging eyes or my old computer, but I did not see that guy at all. Take a second to plate up. I throw a smoke here more as a decoy, hoping that he'll look that way. And it worked. A few shots right to the dome again, and that guy is down. Come see if he did have anything, but as suspected, not much. Gonna take a peek around, and now we'll fast forward a bit as I make my way to the next item. I decide to head that way, as that's where people will be. That's how you get those radar jammers up there. And here we go. Out and about, trying to keep close to cover. I don't have anything that I can buy at the buy, so I avoid it. No sense finding some unnecessary danger. From watching other players play, I always try to think about where my next bit of cover is. If I start getting shot, where do I go? So here I go, going tent to tent, just to make sure that I don't get caught out. Alright, we're coming close to where that radar jammer was up, so I'm slowing it down a bit. I catch this guy coming across. not the greatest shots out of me. Also, I think, not to name drop, but Savage would be mad taking a gunfight there in the middle of the open, where I could easily be third-partied by anything else. Either way, I managed to come out pretty clean. I noticed a UAV. I grab it and I give it a pop. I see that there's a guy really close, so I come out the backside here, catch him on the roof. At least that's where I assume he is. And I see him in that window. Wasn't able to grab him, and now I move forward and do something that I like least of all, which is pushing my way into buildings. I find a building is an easy place to get caught out with some guy hiding behind a door or in a corner that you can't see, and you just get yourself melted by somebody else, and it ends your game pretty quick. So I normally try to avoid this, but I decided to do something different here and be aggressive. I assume he's gone to the roof. He has thrown that stun down, which didn't hit. I waited here for a minute, thinking that maybe since it didn't hit, he'll think he's safe and he'll pop down right on me. But you'll find that's not the case. I hear glass break and some movement that doesn't sound like roof movement. So here I go, I'm peeking and I'm looking around, thinking that either that guy has jumped down and is pushing in elsewhere, or that I might be getting third-partied. I do a little bit of a shuffle forward here so that I don't make too much attack sprint noise. And I listen to all these people moving around. I'm not sure if that's just him up on the roof or more people outside. Must be a bit of both. I wait to see if I get pushed, and I don't seem to be. Checking the stairwell. And then into this room. Now I don't know, make a silly play up here, that there's another ladder up.
Gas is moving in.
So I check out my backside, not knowing that I could easily have been shot in the back. But I turn and I see it, and if you look closely at the shadows, there's my prey. So I decide to play it sneaky boy. So I see him move away and hear him, and here I come up. Thankfully catch him throwing some utility. A few good shots again, right to the dome, and he is done. We're going to fast forward a bit again, because here I just scope out the roof and don't do a whole lot of anything. Not much going on. Pretty sure I'm fairly clear over to my left and behind me, so I'm looking forward now. I also take a second here to check, see if there's any bounties or any other worthwhile contracts, which I feel there isn't. Alright, we've got my next target over here, it seems. On the bridge. It's coming down around, coming up top. Again, we're a couple 100 meters out, which is a target distance that I'm not such a great shot at. I don't have a sniper or anything crazy, so I decide to push her in close. He definitely saw me because he peeks right away. Break him and he pushes back. I overthrow that thermite. Thermites can be really hard to throw. Great if you stick them though. But I get underneath with my smoke, and plate up, and reset. A tough position to be in, but better alive than dead. He stunned me again. Tried to get him with that thermite with no luck. Decide that being under here is no good, so I gotta reposition. Alright, we're repositioned. We have a little bit of a long standoff here where not much happens. I will take a time here to say that I think these rocks, again, much like Modern Warfare 2, have a weird hitbox where the hitbox is bigger than the actual rock itself, meaning that you've got this weird invisible wall. I find them hard to shoot around, probably what makes them so hard to climb, and I think it gets in the way here, right, where I think I shoot him, but it seems to be hitting the rocks instead. So I'm not a big fan of the rocks here. We're getting to the point. Throw another thermite. I'm waiting this out instead of pushing around, hoping that he'll push back over to see me. I don't hear him pushing me, and he maybe has decided that this gunfight isn't worth it, and off he's gone because I don't see him anymore. push out back, see if maybe I can grab an angle on him from higher up. Something I probably should have done much earlier on. And now we fast forward a bit again, because it's just a lot of me looking around trying to see if I can find this guy or figure out what else is going to happen. Here we go. I thought we had a teaming situation going on, but it turns out that the guy on the Humvee just jumped out of his vehicle onto the roof and was trying to shoot down the LTV. Pretty ballsy move, I gotta say. So I watched this for a bit. I don't play it too aggressive. Again, LTVs and things are hard to fight. Shoot some shots at that guy, and again, I miss everything. My strong suit definitely isn't playing things at a long range with an AR. So here we go, moving forward. I see a guy dropping down there. Come back one time to check it out. Not paying enough attention. Me. Put some shots on that guy, and shit, I'm out of ammo. Time to move across and see what we can do. Break in here, no AR. But there is the buy right around the corner here, across the way. So I make my way towards that, hoping to grab an ammo box. As I come in here, though, there's some gunfire and marks that come up on my mini-map. So I decide to play up here by this canoe/boat. See if there's something that I can third party, or at least wait for the coast is clear so that I can grab an ammo box, because I'm in a little bit of a compromised state. Now, my centering isn't so good staring at the ground, but ADSing and using that shotgun there, oh, such a satisfying feeling. I know the shotgun probably makes a lot of people mad, but just something about banging people with a shotgun that really feels great. That poor soul had an ammo box for me, so I got to do that, and I didn't have to buy anything. I'm gonna run over here and get a UAV before I make my way into zone. We're gonna hop on this redeploy here, but first the game wants me to pick up that guy's pistol, which I don't really want to do. Alright, we're gonna take this hill, try to establish some high ground here. Now, for the content, not that I would normally care, but I figured I was gonna drop right on that guy's roof, but decided against it. I was hoping that I could grab onto this and get some high ground on him, but I couldn't. I just apparently dived right in. Thankfully, he wasn't paying any attention. And he bit the dust. Take a sec to plate up here. Alright, I know that behind me it's going to have people, and over to the right here is going to have people, but my area where I came from was left, and so I'm going to keep left here, you know, to kind of take it as my zone. Now up here caught me totally by surprise. Did not expect anyone to be here. Thankfully I was ready, and the BASB doing some work. Really like this gun. For that mid-range, it's real good. Alright, we come up here. I've popped my UAV. I see that there's a couple people up here. And now again, it's probably my aging eyes or my really old computer with not such great graphics that stopped me from seeing the guy who's likely laying in a bush right in front of me. I've looked many times at the recording and I still don't see him, but the UAV ping, he was right there. Alright, start making my way into zone. I finally get my high alert, and I can just see him in the grass. Now all of you will have been screaming if you're watching to reload, which I didn't. Thankfully my thermite this time was on point, took that guy down. I'm now reloaded, and I'm ready to go. Keeping left here. Following the gas down. want to be the last one on top of this hill. Double checking the top here. Whew. That guy scared the crap out of me. I'm so glad that, as far as I know, they nerfed that fire shotgun, because otherwise I would have been a goner. Not really sure why I decided to run all the way back up here. I guess some plates, but it was a silly use of my gas mask. Alright, this position's tough. I decided to come down to the side and stick myself in the water. Again, just playing it a bit sneaky, trying to slow down. I talk really calm here in the commentary, but right now in the game, I am stressing out. Endgame always seems to get me. My heart rate will be going. You know, knees weak, mom's spaghetti.
Gas is moving.
I get pegged here in a sec. Yeah, right there. And again, maybe it's time for a computer upgrade, but I don't see where I'm getting shot from. Don't know where that guy is. But I make my way across here. I decide to take these rocks, get on top, see if I can get some equal verticality on this guy who I assume is on the bridge. I get shot at again. Trying to make my way around. I've used my smokes now, which is silly. I get out of his line of sight only into another guy's. Bad shots to start, got them on, and thankfully I can finish that guy off with a nice toss of the thermite. Alright, it's a 1v1.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe
I
zone.
see him here, and this is where I make the biggest mistake. I push forward, which is really silly, because now that I see it in my not stressed out state,
We're still standing.
I had zone on that guy. He had to come to me, and I had a great spot in rocks. I should have just sat there and let him come to me, but hard to make those decisions at the time. A disappointing end for sure, coming second, especially after playing such a good game with positioning and picking my gunfights, and no trips to the gulag or anything. One of my better games for sure, one deserved of a win, but it still eludes me. I think I need to be able to slow down and think better under the stress of late game, but my heart was racing and it just got the better of me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. I do this just for fun, but if it took off, that would be kind of cool. Again, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.